Hello and welcome to another episode of Commander Durdle. So this is our card pool from Shards of Alara, 180 cards. As I pointed out in the set musings, one of the big differences with this set and going forward compared to sets we've looked at up till now is the presence in the boosters of basic lands. So you'll notice there's a lot more basic lands here than we've ever seen, because normally we don't see any, but obviously there's also non-basics. And interestingly enough, there were these tri-lands which were at uncommon, but also the panoramas which were at common as well. And so with 12 boosters, which what we've opened the equivalent of here, we're bound to see probably, if not, pretty much all probably the panoramas. I think we've got 4 out of the 5, and probably a few of the tri-lands as well. Looks like we've got about 3 there. So so all we've got to do is go through, and I'm just going to prune it down. I've already put Mayael as my commander from the pool. I did, I think, point out at the end of the set musings episode that I also had Cedrus Traitor King here as well, but I didn't want to do a graveyard commander. If I look back in the history of these episodes of both Commander Fodder and the Commander Durdle, I think I have actually done 1 or 2 graveyard type decks in the past. So I thought it'd be interesting to do one that's really all about large creatures, large powerful creatures. So let's prune this back, get back to, obviously there's 3 colours here which we can play, so we need to take out all of those colours that aren't either red, green or white, or combinations thereof. And also remove anything that, even if they're in those colours, do not make sense in either the deck or in a multiplayer deck generally. So let's start taking this stuff out. What do we got here? Well, let's leave in one piece of artifact destruction. This, and I'm going to put the revealed cards into your hand. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card and or a land card. Okay. Interesting. Soul's Might. Target creature. Power. Okay, so sorcery speed counters. I'll leave it for the moment. Can't play Blight. Definitely can't play Lightning. Or Blown Splinters. Or Infest. Right, so now I've just got to find the panorama, which is on colour here. So this is Mountain, Forest, Plains. Okay, so the Naya one. So we're playing Naya. Take that out. Now you'll notice it won't flag these up as not being playable because it doesn't specifically have an off-colour activation cost, or it's not generating mana that's not on colour. It's actually getting you to search for certain cards. So technically you could play this in your deck. It would just never find the card. It would never find an island. So I'm going to take, so we're going to just work with the land artwork that we've got, which will be quite interesting, and that's probably how things are going to pan out going forward to some degree. So we can't play the Necropolis because that's definitely off colour. Forests, mountains, plains, cool, okay. So Jungle Shrine, good. Arcane, Sanctum, bad. So let's get this up to the usual, well, around 34, 35 land base. So I'm just going to do this. So what have we got? We got 2 non-basics. So if I put what, just 11 of each colour to start with, and then we can rebalance it and prune it back as the mood takes us based on what colours we're playing and also what other non-basics we might find the algorithm suggests to us. Okay, yeah, we want this in here. So the good thing is, hopefully, with red, green, white in the set, power toughness 5 or more was a thing for red, green, white for Naya. And so with a pool that's specifically from the deck, from the set, sorry, I'd expect to see those come to the fore. If a creature power 5 or greater comes into play under your control, you put +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. Well, we can't play Necrogenesis. And we start getting rid of these. So of course we can't play any black cards or again combinations thereof. Yep, so that's lots of nice, it's Jund cards in here actually. It's interesting for me because I shoot this so soon after the set musings. As I'm going through this, obviously I see certain cards that were cycles and were sort of key themes in the set. So there's our legendary creature we're not going to play. I'm not going to do 2 decks either this week. Well, I'm sure there's some pretty cool combinations. Tap and untap creature you control. Gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Not really. Mastodons 5/3. Okay. Again, I'm going to keep anything in that plays to the plays to that. It's either large, so this is good. So again, keeping one eye on this. So either the cards have got to play to the power 5 theme, or can be found by this ability, and Jungle Weaver clearly can. Also, if it happens to be in our hand and we don't particularly want it, we can cycle it and draw a card. Oh, Elvish Visionary, of course. A bit of card draw. We don't really want a vanilla elf. Yeah, Exalted wasn't really. Just trying to work out. No. I don't know if I want to go down the exalted rabbit hole. In a power 6, I'll leave that in here. Oh, Predator Dragon. It's not, see, I can't tutor for it. It's a nice card. Yeah, I don't know if I want to be sacking out stuff. Even though it's a 5/1, I don't think I want to have vanilla creatures in here. Great often play. Yeah. So that's more playing to the yeah, we don't want that. Control, okay. Black, red, green. Yeah, so there's your black, red, green card. So yeah, lots of stuff in here that would have been interesting with that other commander actually. Nope. Okay, yes, I do want this. Obviously there's going to be stronger 5-power creatures in other sets, but for the moment I'm going to leave anything that fits the bill in, and again I can pull stuff out. 5/5 with cycling. Let me think about that. That would be quite amusing actually. You play it and then pumps one of your large creatures and gives it flying. Okay, end of turn. I don't know if I really want to do that. No exalted. It's a good way of getting a artifact back, but okay, this is interesting. First drawing, Night the White Orchid comes into play if an opponent controls more lands than you. Okay, I'm not. I'll leave that in. Oh yeah, okay. All creatures. No. White creature and blue green, no. See, I can't play that anyway. Yeah, these are all off colours. Okay, we got Vigilance. Well, okay, generates green mana, so Woolly Thoctar. 3 for a 5/4, okay. Gargantuan, yeah. And then we got Druid of Anima. Oh yeah, that's good. That generates generates our colours. Nice. Right, so yeah, we're Ancient's Tread and Mighty Emergence. Yes, thank you very much. Wow, look at all the instants. Well, oh yeah, so we can't play that. Resounding Thunder. So I'm going to leave in, so let's have one Naturalize. Creature controlling play deals damage. That actually makes sense in the deck. Magma Spray. No. Branching Bolt. Fog Effect. Cycling Fog Effect is interesting. Hindering Light. I'll play that. You control it. Okay, yep. I'm happy with that. Here's my Naya Charm. Yeah, okay, that makes a bit more sense. And we got Resounding Roar. Oh, why not? Okay. It's got a lot in here. Minion Reflector. Whenever knife comes into play, and the copy of the creature. Looks like fun. I don't know how good that is. Onyx Goblet. No, thank you. Oh, we're not playing black, so that's not going to work. Playing Jund. Playing Grixis. I don't know if I want that. But we do want the Obelisk. Okay. So I'm just trying to work out. I don't know if I want to play that in this deck. Okay, let's see what's going on. Right, let's see what it recommends to me. No doubt we will see various things when we look at sorceries like Kodama's Reach, seeing as we're playing green, and various other things. I mean, to be honest, this is going to be a heavy creature deck, so I'll probably end up cutting back on quite a lot of, or quite a bit of some of this stuff. So, right. We get some. Do we need? I don't know if we need a ton of artifacts. We've got 2. Well, oh, I can't resist playing Steel Hellkite. Let's put some Commander Protection in and a Quicksilver Amulet. suppose we should just think about putting something ludicrous into play with that ability. Yeah, let's do that. So, I have no clue off the top of my head what sort of lands might come up, apart from, see that. So seeing as we're playing 3 colour, I mean I could let's just be Mr. Predictable. I should play the Mosswort Bridge maybe. Okay. Where are we? So we got our artifacts. I'm not going to really, I don't think I'll add too many more instances. I'm going to have a look and just see sorcery wise. And seeing as we're playing green, we should just go for usual ramp cards. I should play a Titanic Ultimatum. I'm going to take that out. Seeing what see I should. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Let's play one of those instead. Okay, here we go. Creature Charm of Experience. Yep. Yeah, well, we're going to make sure we've got a ton of creatures in here. This. I should have so I'm just thinking would that be a is that too so I'm just looking for possible combos here. No, I think there's just too many. I was thinking of bringing back in the card I took out, which basically lets me put +1/+1 counters on a creature. Okay. Sort of some weird alternate win condition combo. Fair enough. Let's see what Planeswalker it suggests. Domri Rade. Why not? So, let's get going on the creatures. So what have we got left? So 80, so another 20 creatures. Yep. Okay. Good way of cheating out very large creatures. Yep, doubling up damage. Tap all permanents you control during each other's. That's good in a creature deck. Yeah, just filling it full of large creatures with high utility. So this is not, well, it's not anyway, because Mayael is an elf shaman. I'm not building specifically a beast tribal. So any large creature which can leverage Mayael, keep calling her Mayael the Anima, and then that's cool. Damage, yeah. It's pretty cool utility on that one. Oh yeah, of course, Spellbreaker Behemoth, yeah. And Godsire, okay. Yeah. We just can't attack you. Do I already have... No, I don't. Got 6 creatures. Okay. Oh. Yeah, why not? Yeah, there's just so much I could play here. Oh, these, yes. Yeah. So much Eldrazi stuff as well. That's cool from the next set. I like that. Yeah, of course, Titans are a thing as well. Sometimes they have cool utility on them. Looks a creature. See, this is the thing. I could be wrong here, but it's got whenever you cast Ulamog. Now, Mayael's ability is you may put a creature card with power 5 or greater. So, putting, as far as I know, is not the same as casting. Someone could correct me if I'm wrong there. So that's why I'm sort of erring away from these. Obviously, they're powerful when you cast them, but part of what I want to do here is just abuse Mayael's ability. Okay, there we go. And like I said with this, is that it's another, or if I haven't said it already, it's another deck where, you know, you can imagine yourself building like a Mayael toolkit. So with Mayael and then a number of lands and a number of, you know, common utility sorceries instance and various other components, and then just swapping out creatures and appropriate enchantments maybe. So have like a core to the deck and then leave, you know, 38 slots free to just swap out as you feel, you know, whatever creatures you feel like playing in red, green or red, green or colourless. That's pretty nasty actually. You just swing with that unblocked. Oh look, Rogue's Passage. It's doing 11 damage as infect. Yep. Not nice. Okay, let's have a look at the stats. So, as you can see, we've got a lot more green creatures, which doesn't surprise me. So I need to push that up at the expense of probably equally red and white. Let's just do that then. So if I just take this down a bit. Oh, we're close. Wrong way around. Damn it. Take that up anyway. And got to be a bit careful here. What do we got? Some double red. Yeah, I think I'll leave red up on the higher side just in case. Right, let me export this first. I don't know if I'm going to tweak this. So really, perfect world, we need a turn through, well, say turn 3 Mayael. Of course, we can't do anything until, start doing anything until we've got 6 mana out, so that's the only thing. Right, 1 forest. Okay. Well, let's just see where this takes us. Oh, we've got a jungle shrine which would come into play tapped. So all we need... Oh, I can't play that yet. All we need is a plains now, and we'll be good. Oh, there you go, we got command tower. So turn 4 command tower. So we could cast Mayael if we wanted to. Naturalise rampant growth. Of course, we can start to get a lot more mana out. So we'd be inclined to probably play that. Search for planes, maybe. In the next turn, go from your library. So I should have shuffled that, never mind. Yeah, I forgot to shuffle. Next turn we play Explosive Vegetation. So we definitely want a mountain out, and because we got more forest, I'd be inclined to play forest probably. Cool. So now, yeah. So we got 6 mana. So things can start to get interesting at this point. So yeah, really, I suppose things only really get interesting once we get 6 mana down and we start being able to play around with Mayael's ability. So we can obviously cast this now, no problem, and then we've got to wait a turn. Oh, we have another plains, cool. So yeah, now if I activate this, and let's just see how this is doing. So look at the top 5 cards of your library. I think this will just show it in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got a Paolith and we got a Steward of Valerian. Obviously here we can get that out. So yeah, we can really start just when the creature power 5 or greater comes into play under your control, you return creature card. Okay, so that's pretty cool to have out. And yeah, so now really you've got a choice each turn of activating Mayael or yeah, so what will happen is obviously the ones we didn't play, they go onto the bottom of the library. I'm not sure in how you can drag them around. I'm not going to put that. I'll just remember where I am. So next turn you got a choice of Meglanith or a Cavern Thoctar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Turn after that a Godsire. Turn after that, just to give us an idea. This is providing we're not shuffling. Archetype of Endurance. So it does look like, oh wow, yeah, and then that turn. So yeah, my main concern would be, yes, we're definitely looking at 5 cards. We're definitely seeing, you know, creature cards of power 5 or greater among them. But optionally, of course, we're also drawing cards as we're going along, and obviously I accept that as we're doing that, those cards go to the bottom. But we have the option on certain turns to not activate this if we don't have enough mana to do that and to play other cards we want to do. So yeah, so really the key thing is once you get up to 6 mana and you can start activating this, then you can effectively spit out a power 5 or greater every turn as long as Mayael's in play. Now the problem we've got, of course, is there is a danger if we're doing that. You know, we would have lost both our Swiftfoot Boots and our Lightning Greaves. And one possible change I might make to the deck here would be to have something that could tutor for these. But then again, there's always a danger that you could end up also putting that tutor to the bottom of the deck. So yeah, that's the only thing. Let's have a look at another opening hand. That's a bit better from a... It would be nice to have, you know, like a red green, red green white. So mountains, forest, plains, opening hand. So you know you're going to get Mayael out, no problems. Yeah, see, that's a pretty good hand. See again. Yeah. Okay, I think I'll stop it there. So yeah, that looks like an interesting deck. Again, it's fairly straightforward. There's a few weird combos in here to some degree, or things that could suddenly get rid of a player. So of course we've got the if we go back to the deck, the two things that might put you into position to sort of almost like win out of nowhere is we've got that, where are we? So I'm just trying to find our blight. So we've got Blightsteel Colossus with Trample, Infect and Indestructible, and it's 11 and 11 with Infect. But also there was a card in here, and I'm trying to remember where it was, which had an all-win condition on it. So beginning of upkeep, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control if you control a creature with power 5 or greater. When you gain 10 life if you control a creature with power 10 or greater, then you gain 10 life if you control. So that's just a nice side effect. Then you win the game if you control a creature with power 20 or greater. So yeah. You've got some interesting interactions. But of course, if you had... So imagine having this in play with a Blightsteel Colossus, and then you cast Soul's Might. Yeah, anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed that. That was certainly very interesting putting that together. I mean, it sort of built itself really, because we needed so many creatures in the deck and there were already quite a few support cards in here. So it was just a question of topping it off really with the usual suspects when we're playing green and red and white to some degree. But mainly, I suppose, green and red, you know, because we've got things like all these sort of sorcery speed land tutors and things like Decimate. I suppose our instant choices were a bit more balanced between the colours, but certainly with our sorceries, you know, you're probably going to be a tendency to get drawn towards those ramp spells. And the other possibility with Mayael is, of course, you could go down the route of beat red, green, white, beast tribal. Personally, I would prefer for that Murathon as a commander myself. But yeah, that would be another possibility, is just to do a tribal theme. Then you could play certain extra tribal cards, tribal enchantments, tribal artifacts that you know, allows you to sort of buff beasts in some way. So that might be another possible angle of going down. So you've got, with this one, you know, you're just thinking about like big mana generally. So you normally associate big mana with high power toughness. Beast tribal, worm tribal, dinosaur tribal, angel tribal, I suppose. Yeah, that sort of thing. So yeah. So thanks once again for watching, and bye for now. I'll see you in the next episode.